Good morning and welcome back to FGCL action here in Bradenton, Florida at the Palmasola Softball Complex. We kick off our triple header as we gear up for the 4th of July between the 9-3 Manatee Squeeze, coached by Taylor Pinnell, currently sitting in a tie for third in the FGCL standings, against the 5-8 Sarasota Circus in that massive 16 logjam at 5-8. Glad that you're with us here on Field 1. Gray Robertson up here in the booth. And here is the starting lineup for the Sarasota Circus, coached by Claire Ginder. Britt Davis will lead things off. She's playing second. Gabby Castillo, the right fielder, is hitting second. Mia Richards, the extra hitter, bats third. Ella Carter, first base, bats fourth. JC Hamilton, third base in the 5 spot. Batting sixth is Brooke Smith, the shortstop. And there's a ground ball to start over to third, one down. Ashlyn Bunn, the catcher, is batting 7th. In the 8 hole is Presley Downing, the left fielder. Batting 9th is the pitcher, Allison Wisniewski. And Cena Smith, the center fielder, is batting 10th. And they are facing in the circle out of Samford, Reese Hickey, with a 4.20 ERA, 2-0 record, 26 2/3 innings. 24 hits, 20 runs, 16 earned. 17 walks and 26 strikeouts. And that was strike one to Gabby Castillo, the Oklahoma State Cowgirl. Now 1-1 on Castillo. Gabby is 10 of 23 here this summer. It's a .435 batting average. 9 RBIs, a home run, a double, and 7 runs scored. One, two, misses outside, 2-2. And the count runs full. Payoff to Castillo is in the air towards left field. Backing up and making the grab is Evans. Here's the defense for the Squeeze. Evans in left. St. Jean is in center. Green is in right. Young at third. Faulkner at short. Johnson at second. Segura is at first. And Reagan Hickey is behind the plate. So we have a Hickey battery here today. Two away for Mia Richards. Portaled from Texas Tech to UTEP. Fouls off the first pitch. So she has found her new home. And the average has gone way up as the summer has continued, now up to 333 with 6 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, 10 runs, 417 on-base percentage. One from Hickey. Richards powers that out to left center, and that is a tank. What a start for the Circus. Second home run of the summer for Mia Richards, and it's 1-0 here in the first. Saw something elevated and absolutely cracked it out to left center. It took a minute for Mia Richards to really get it going, but now she is on a tear. That's why the Circus team is so dangerous. They've gotten better and better, winners of 5 of their last 7. Now here is the newest running rebel out of UNLV, Ella Carter. That got all the way back, 1-0. Ella 9 for 22, a 409 average. 2 RBIs, a home run, 6 runs scored. Ella transferring to UNLV from Miami, Ohio. Three and 0. That's a grounder over to short. Good throw and plenty of time from Faulkner. And that ends the inning. But the Circus does get on the board thanks to a solo home run from Mia Richards. And now we'll see if the Squeeze offense can start something in their first steps as we go to the bottom of the first here on field one. One nothing Circus as we go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for Taylor Pinnell's Manatee Squeeze. Again, 9 and 3 on the summer, trying to push at least ahead for a little bit over the Mocs, who are playing right now. So might be a short-lived, or they might be a half game back. Who's to say? But a lot to go down here today. And here's the 9 that the Squeeze will be hitting. Lacey St. Jean, the center fielder, leads off with Hannah Evans, the right fielder, I beg your pardon, the left fielder, batting second. Brooke Massengale is the DP today. She's in the 3 spot. Skylar Young is at third, hitting fourth, with Lauren Faulkner, the shortstop, batting fifth. Reagan Hickey, the catcher, bats sixth. Eliza Johnson, second base in the 7th spot. Ava Segura, first base, bats eighth. Madison Green, the right fielder, bats ninth. And they are facing Tiffin Hughes, Allison Wisniewski in the circle, an 8.17 ERA this summer, 1-1 record, 18 innings, 30 hits, 25 runs, 21 earned, 19 walks, and 4 strikeouts for Wisniewski. And Lacey St. Jean will reach. That'll be an infield single. With St. Jean's speed, I don't think Smith was able to plant and throw her out. So the leadoff is aboard. And here's the defense for the Circus. Downing in left, Smith in center, Castillo in right, Hamilton at third. Brooke Smith is at short, Cena Smith in center, Davis at second, Carter at first, and Bunn behind, behind the plate. A 1-0 count to East Carolina's Hannah Evans. Evans hitting .417, 10 of 24, 8 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, and 8 runs. Hit and run, and that'll be a base hit out to right. St. Jean took a big turn and got back. And just like that, the first 2 reach for the Squeeze here in the first inning. So what an opportunity early for Brooke Massengale to create some true damage. Massengale on the summer is 13 of 31, 419 average, 7 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 7 runs scored. Outside, 3-0. Massengale with the green light, and along with Lancer pops it up, 1 down. Which sets up the Portaler Skylar Young. Another one who's really seen the average move up as the summer's gone on. Got off to kind of a tough start, but now 6 for 32, 188 average, 3 RBIs, a triple, 3 doubles, 7 runs. Ooh, and she got hit. It was right off the brim of the batting helmet, and the bases are loaded for the squeeze. And they're juiced for Lauren Faulkner out of Longwood, who's 6 for 22, 273 is her average, 9 RBIs. It's good for second on the team. A home run, 2 doubles, and 4 runs scored. But a chance here to tie it up and maybe grab the lead here in the bottom of the first. Wisniewski, a returner in the FGCL, trying to get out of a bases-loaded jam early. That got away, but not far enough for there to be a run. 2-0. First of 3 on this field here today. Coming up after this, Finns and Loggerheads. Trust me, folks, that is going to be spicy for reasons I'll talk about during that noon game. Then the 2:30 window, Slice and Queens here on Field 1. Currently on Field 2, they're underway over there with Lance this morning. Bottom of the first, Mox and Snowbirds tied up at 0. (3-0) to Faulkner. Green light again, fouled away. Oh, wow. That was a strike called a ball. And I'll walk in a run. And we're tied up at 1. So they're still loaded. For Reagan Hickey, the Virginia Cavalier. Reagan has missed a little bit of time dealing with a back problem, but catching today, fully back, and absolutely smoking it. No doubt, that is a monster and a grand slam. First pitch destruction. And the Squeeze come back with a vengeance. 5-1 here in the first. Oh my goodness, Reagan Hickey. That was no doubt, no movement from the outfield, nothing. Yeah, I'd say she's back. She had 3 RBIs before that at bat. That's her first home run of the summer. And Reagan Hickey has made it 5-1 Squeeze here in the first. Good gracious. In all the excitement, I accidentally made it 5-1 Circus. That is not the case. Eliza Johnson will step in. Scoreboard should be right now. There's ball 1 to Eliza Johnson. Looking for a new home out of Indian River State College. Eliza, 12 of 20, beg your pardon, 8 of 25, 320 average, 4 RBIs, a homer, a double. Now 1-1 count against Wisniewski. Man, Reagan Hickey hit that one. I didn't even see it land. We've had some tanks hit this summer, but I think, at least in the games I've done, that takes the cake. It's always a bad sign for a pitcher when your center fielder just looks back. 1-2. Changeup is hit off the glove of the third baseman. And Hamilton will be charged with the error, and E5 continues this inning. Now you've got the portaler Ava Segura, the 8-hitter, up and away. Segura is 9 for 31, 290 batting average, 6 RBIs, a homer, a double, and 3 runs. Fouled off by Segura. 2-2. Still, now would be a good time for Mr. Hickey to tweet in. All of you, can join the conversation at Gray_Robertson. But I know Mr. Hickey is always watching, and man, that was quite the swing by his daughter Reagan on that grand slam. And how cool to have Reagan do that in a game where Reese is pitching. So immediate show to Sis that, hey, I got you. We got you. Payoff to Segura. This is well struck out towards left field. And Ava sends it deep all the way to the fence. Downing makes the grab, and Ava Segura just missed a 2-run homer by maybe 2 feet. 2 down. First pitch, sails. Madison Green takes ball 1, and easy advance for Johnson. Madison Green, another Virginia Cavalier. That's going to hit me, I think. Nope, just over. Green batting 192, 5 of 26, 6 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, and 4 runs. Three and one. That's looped foul as well, and this has been a 31 pitch inning for Allison Wisniewski. Squeeze will send, if Green doesn't reach here, St. Jean to lead off the second for the second inning in a row. Maybe St. Jean will get another crack here in the first. Another payoff. Ball 4. We will see Lacey St. Jean again. Back to the top of the order. Lacey singled and scored in the first, which is this inning. St. Jean currently in the portal out of JMU. This is a really, really talented slapper who can help out some teams. Great speed, very good base runner. What I love about her is the versatility. She lays down great bunt. She's able to hit gap to gap. 0-2. It would have hit me in the face, but there's a fence there. No balls and 2 strikes. St. Jean pops this up, and that should do it. Catch made, side retired, and the first inning comes to an end. But 5 across, helped out majorly by the grand slam from Reagan Hickey. We go to the second inning. Circus will look for a response, down 4 here on field 1. Five, 6, 7 for the Circus here in the second. Squeeze in firm control, and now some cushion for Reese Hickey in the circle, taking on Hamilton, Smith, and Bunn. J.C. Hamilton out of Walter State has been really good. 423 average, 11 of 26, but down 0-2 in the count. So he's driven in 1 run, 4 runs scored. OBP at 464. Ooh, called strike 3. And another comment from the Peanut Gallery, which we love. There's a strikeout. First for Hickey. And now Georgia's Brooks Smith. Ball 1 to Smith, who's hitting .320, 8 of 25, 5 RBIs, 8 runs scored. And Smith has a base hit right down the third base line. All right, Brooks Smith gives the Circus a base runner here in the second, with Ashlyn Bunn about to step in. Bunn out of Winthrop, batting .174, 4 of 23 with an RBI, a double, and 4 runs. Ball 1. We do have some tweets coming in with a 2-0 count to Ashlyn Bunn. Bama Cheney says, go squeeze. Always good to have big sister putting up some runs for little sister pitching. Big Bama Dad must be in a meeting. I'm sure you'll hear from him soon. And then we did, as Bunn fouls that off, 2-1. Yes, Big Bama Dad. A GIF response, which I can't read, but then I can read. Center fielder didn't even give the courtesy run to the fence. That bomb left her dead in her tracks. Facts. Right now, that is your clip that would go on Twitter. It's got the scorebook star next to it. That the star means it is a contender to be clipped. And unless there's more drama ahead, and that's probably what I'm going to put on the socials tomorrow. Full count for Bunn. This is well struck in the air to left field. And it won't get all the way out as Evans catches it on what probably would be a warning track for out number 2. Which brings up North Texas's Presley Downing. He's batting .353, 6 of 17, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 runs scored. Down in the 8 spot today for the Circus. That one's high, 1-0. Circus, as mentioned, currently in a 6-way tie at 5-8. OB slots 7 through 12 in the standings. Now, I did last night do a little tiebreaker scenario, see kind of where everybody would fit. And the Circus, if the playoffs started right this second, would be the 10 seed. Runner went, and she's out. And I think Claire Ginder is going to challenge that one. So after review, it is a stolen base for Brooks Smith. I think you can kind of tell the squeeze was pretty sure. And that's ball 4. So Downing walks, and the inning progresses. 2 on, 2 out for Allison Wisniewski, who can turn all the things around with a hit here. She's 2 for 12 on the summer. And she takes it for ball 1. Does have 3 RBIs. Two and 0. Upon reviewing the tape again, by the way, we're not going to give Brooks Smith a stolen base there because she was not going. It was a pitch of a dirt that let her get to second, so 2 and 1. Reese Hickey trying to bear down. 3 and 1. An interesting scenario brewing. Cena Smith waits on deck. She's got some home run potential. Full count for Wisniewski. Payoff. Grounded towards short, and it got by her. A run will score as Faulkner commits the error. And it's 5-2 squeeze. So that means all the runs in this inning will be unearned. And here is Ohio's Cena Smith. Strike 1. Smith is 5 for 28, a 179 average, 6 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and 8 runs scored. But Circus already has brought the tying run to the plate here in the second. Slow roller, and the throw is late. Infield hit for Smith to load the bases for the top of the Circus order. And a great opportunity for Britt Davis. Young lady out of Lenore Rhine was looking for a new home. She's 7 for 25 on the year, but 0 for 1 today. Does have 8 RBIs and 2 home runs. And down 0-1. What a fascinating start to this game this has been. Circus, this is a great response. Even if they only get the 1 run, they've proven to the squeeze they're going to be in this game until the end. Oh my gracious, foul. Look out, everyone on the left side. Stays alive. Another foul ball. Davis again, 8 RBIs entering this game, 2 home runs. Evans, Georgia native, loves to watch Bree Ellis. Could put a Bree Ellis type swing on this. She was full, but it was high, 1 and 2. Back to the circle. Squeaked under the glove over to Faulkner, and her throw to first will get out of the inning. The Circus leaves them loaded. And we go to the bottom of the second. 5-2 squeeze here on field one. Two, three, four due up here in the second for the squeeze. It's Evans, Massengale, and Young. Starting off with Hannah Evans, who singled and scored in the first. East Carolina Pirate. Watching her average balloon. Now batting .440 on the summer. Man, all-star teams are going to be a nightmare. 2-0. Tom and I have to talk about it. It's always been 15, but we've added 2 more teams to this league. We have a hard and fast rule that every team gets 1 person on there. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to up the rosters, probably to 18, I think, on each side. Otherwise, because not only are you, again, picking an all-star team, but you've got to fit positions in as well. There are going to be some really deserving folks left off, and that stinks, but fortunately that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, to quote Bruce Almighty. That's a leadoff walk, and Evans is aboard. Third walk by Wisniewski. And they've got Massengale. Longwood Lancer by Wave, East Carolina. She popped out on a 3-0 her first time up. That's tomahawked foul. 1-1. Let's check in over at field 2, where I believe they're also in the bottom of the second. Nope, just now on the top of the third. Snowbirds up 4-2 on the River Mock. So early scores in favor of the squeeze. Massingale pops this one up, out towards center. High fly ball, catch made. It would be massive for the Circus for Wisniewski to put up a 0 here. And a chance for Skylar Young to hit after getting hit her first time up. Got plunked right on the bill of her batting helmet. That's the 8th free pass Young has drawn this summer. 6 walks and now 2 hit by pitches. Young currently in the portal, coming from North Carolina. A lot of potential in that bat. Fayetteville, North Carolina native, a sophomore last year for the Tar Heels. Second year, FGCLer Young. Hard grounder to second. There's the lead runner. The throw to first is in time. A double play of the 4-6-3 variety, and Wisniewski faces the minimum in the second. Oh, a little energy for the Circus as we go to the third. It's 5-2 squeeze on field 1. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Circus here in the third. Castillo, Richards, and Carter. So a good part of the order coming up, including the home run hitter Mia Richards, who's on deck. Head coach of the Circus, Claire Ginder, passes in front of the Rapunzel press tower, gives a wave. And we start with Castillo out of Oklahoma State, who flew out to left her first time up. Ball 1. Castillo, a native of Richmond, Texas, freshman last year for Kenny Gajewski, was 12 for 35 as mainly a pinch hitter and kind of off the bench option. A 531 OBP as a freshman in college is really impressive. Sister Keeley played softball at Houston Christian. And she has 6 dogs, which is very fun. and shout out to her. I miss my one dog, Cash. Hope he's doing well today. Outside, 3-1. Incoming payoff from Reese Hickey. Grounded. Gloved well. And Castillo was a little slow down the line. There's one down. Good job by Johnson getting that off the funky hop. Now Richards, who had the solo home run, a tank to left center. Strike one. Circus will be making their subs soon, and there are some big bats who started this game on the bench that will be taking over. Looking at Madison Prim, who led the league in batting average yesterday going into those games. Avery Knoll, Natalie Donaldson. Hickey trying to take down Richards this time. The 1-2. Got her. Hickey wins round 2. 2 down. For Ella Carter, who grounded out to short in the first. One. Carter cuts and misses, 1-2. As mentioned, Ella has picked UNLV as her new home, transferring there from Miami of Ohio. Ella and I were talking about it. Don't think people realize how close UNLV's campus is to all the Vegas things. However, it also, while being so close, kind of feels like its own little world. I was there this past winter for NFCA convention, and we were staying on the Strip at the convention center, got to do all the Vegas things, but then I rode over to UNLV one day. It's just right across the highway. Also got a wonderful verbal tour from my Uber driver from my first hotel to the convention center. Told me all I needed to know about Las Vegas. Maybe more than I needed to know, but I appreciated it greatly. Two from Hickey. Fouled off. 63 pitches for Reese Hickey so far in 2 2/3. Got out of a bases loaded jam in the second. Full count. And there's a walk. Nice job by Carter, working the count, staying alive, fouling off a few pitches she didn't like. And Carter's at first base. That is the second walk surrendered by Hickey. And now you've got J.C. Hamilton, who struck out looking in the second. First pitch high. If Hamilton can reach, put 2 on for Brooke Smith, who's got a hit today. That would be a massive chance for the Circus again. Good pitch on the outer half for a strike, 2-1. Hamilton lines that out to left, and it will fall and sneak past Evans. Carter rounds third. She will score, and it's an RBI double for J.C. Hamilton to make it a 2-run ball game. Evans made an effort on it, but once she didn't make the grab and it got all the way to the fence, it was easy that Carter was going to score, and that's one where I think, again, that was never going to go foul. I think if you're Evans up 5-2, you probably just got to let that bounce. If Hamilton gets the second, great, but it for sure would keep Carter from scoring. Because now you've set up Brooke Smith, who singled and scored in the second. The Georgia Bulldog trying to get the Circus a little bit closer. It was 5-1 squeeze after 1, but for the second inning in a row, the Circus has the tying run at the plate. 2-0. Three and 1. Ball 4. All right, Ashlyn Bunn now. She flew out to left. Well hit ball in the second. Bunn out to center field. This is well hit. That's carrying, and it's off the fence. 1 runs in. Smith races home. This game is tied. Ashlyn Bunn with a 2 RBI double. Even at 5 here in the third. That was twisting, and I thought for a minute it was a home run. I thought for a minute St. Jean was going to catch it. Neither happened, and we are tied up at 5. Unbelievable fight from the Circus. Downing was trying to give him the lead there, but she swung up top, 0-1. Downing walked her first time up. To quote The Office, oh how the turntables. I mean, this is a total 180 from how it felt after the first inning. Downing right up on the plate. 0-2 is popped foul. All this coming with 2 outs, too, for the Circus. The inning began with a ground out and a strikeout. Looked like Reese Hickey was mowing him down, but then a walk, an RBI double, a walk, and a 2 RBI double. Full count. Ball 4. Another walk for Downing. 2 on. And here is Wisniewski. She reached on an error in the second. And a quick conference for the squeeze in this game that has gotten away from them. Up comfortably after 1. Now tied up at 5. That's as we see this unfold. Check on field 2. Top of the 4th over there. It's 4-3 Snowbirds over the Mocs. So 2 on, 2 out for Allison Wisniewski. Again, she reached on an error that allowed a run to score in the second. Base hit would likely give the Circus the lead. Grounded to short. Faulkner stays down. Good throw, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Tied up. What a job by the Circus getting back in it. Now we'll see if the squeeze can find a response on the other side. 5, 6, 7 due up for the squeeze. Faulkner, Reagan Hickey, and Eliza Johnson. Lauren Faulkner leads it off, taking ball 1 from Wisniewski. Here in this weird, wild game to start our, what day of the week is it? Wednesday, apparently. July 1st. Happy July, everyone. Faulkner sends this way up in the air, tailing towards foul ground. Catch made. It's a pretty impressive bounce back by Wisniewski since the Grand Slam. But that Grand Slam was hit by the young lady stepping in now, Reagan Hickey. It was a first pitch moonshot. This time it's a first pitch foul. And that's another base hit for Hickey. This time she keeps it in the yard. But a 2-for-2 day. And a 1-out base runner for the squeeze and for Eliza Johnson, who reached on an error earlier. First pitch ball. Johnson powers that to left, and that'll fall. Back-to-back singles. They do have Evans running at first. For Hickey, and now Johnson has her first hit of the day. 2 on, 1 out for Segura, who missed a home run by a couple feet. Flew out to left back in the first. Segura in the portal from Southern Miss. Trying to give the squeeze the lead back after they watched that 4-run advantage evaporate in the last couple innings. Change up low. 2-2. Full count. And the bases are loaded. Yes. Someone had to remind Ava that that was a 3-2. Someone needed to remind me to press the right button. There we go. On the app. So bases loaded, 1 out for Madison Green, who walked in the first. Green lines it fair down the left field line. 2 runs will come in. Segura will round third. She will come in to score. And how about Madison Green clearing the bases? Squeeze back in front. It's 8-5. And a runner at second. For Lacey St. Jean. The Circus dugout was arguing she went, but there was no check. I don't believe. There's strike 1-1. St. Jean is 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and a pop out today. Three and one. That's grounded. Oh, and bobbled. And that'll be an error. So Passari will now come in and hit for Evans. Here in the 2 spot. Called strike on Nina out of Illinois, Chicago. Runners on the corners, 1 out. This is slapped to short. Chance for Smith to get redemption. She does. A run will score, and it's an RBI ground out for Nina Passari to make it 9-5. First pitch ball to Brooke Massengale. Massengale 0 for 2 today. Again, it's Smith. Gloved, and that'll wrap up the inning. But 4 runs crossed for the Squeeze, who get the lead right back. It's 9-5 after 3 here on field 1. All right, Circus offense, back to you. They worked hard to tie it up after trailing by 4, and now they'll have to do it again. 10-1-2. Smith, Davis, and Castillo against Reese Hickey. They called strike to start. Circus 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on. Squeeze 9 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 3 left aboard. Couple change-ups to start, 0-2. And those change-ups coming from Reese Hickey, who's gone 3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 88 pitches, 48 strikes. Cena Smith singled in the second. It was a single of the infield variety. That is a fair ball right down the left field line. Smith thinking 2, and she'll get there safely. Leadoff double for the Circus, and we continue the yo-yo softball here on field 1. 2 for 2 day for Cena. And some changes in play for the Squeeze. Out of the left is now Elise Crescio. St. Jean is still in center. Pisari's in right. Segura's at third. O'Connell at short. Second base still occupied by Johnson. And Faulkner now at first base. First pitch ball to Britt Davis, who's 0 for 2. Wild pitch allows the runner to move up. 1-1. That's a weird one. Hickey bobbled it, had to eat it. That will go down as a hit. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. And you've got Castillo coming up, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. This game has had a little bit of everything after 3. Let's see if the same can be said on field 2 with Lance. Checking over there. Ooh, bottom of the 4th. It's now 7-4. Mocs over the Snowbirds. Here is Castillo. Oklahoma State Cowgirl with a great chance. First pitch high. Nobody out in the inning. Richards, who has the home run, waits on deck. There are more twists and turns a-coming, folks. Beautiful. 1-2. Full count on Castillo. The next pitch will be 100 for Reese Hickey. And that 100th pitch is high to load the bases. So yet again, Circus hasn't led since 1-0. They've trailed by 4 multiple times. And again, the tying run is at the plate. Ball 1 to Mia Richards. Boom or bust day so far. Solo home run in the first and a strikeout in the third. See if there's something in between here this third time against Hickey. 2-0. When I say something in between, I mean literally all options are on the table in that regard. 3-0. There's a strike. 3-1. This will be one to pounce on if you're Richards. You would presume. Back up the middle, base hit. Smith scores. Davis rounds third. She'll come in. 2 RBI single for Richards. She's driven in 3 today. It's a 2-run ball game. And the battle continues with Ella Carter, who's 0 for 1. Strike 1 to her. Carter grounded out in the first, walked and scored in the third. Her walk sparked that 3-run third inning. Hickey right now looking for outs. 0-2. This is a ground ball to short. O'Connell makes the one play she's got. It's a productive out for Carter. 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Hamilton is 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the second. RBI double in the third. Again, Hickey gets ahead, 0-1. Over to third. Catch made by Segura for out number 2. Now Bulldog versus Bulldog. The Sanford Bulldog Hickey versus the Georgia Bulldog Smith. Ball 1 to Brooke. 1 for 1 with 2 runs. Beg your pardon, just 1 run scored. Nope, 2 runs scored. Singled in the second, walked in the third. Good changeup for the strike, 1-1. Changeup right now has been the best pitch for Reese Hickey. I keep going to it. Just keep attacking. Move it around the zone. 1-1. Time went up and away. 2-1. Ground ball. Oh, it hits the runner, and that will be an out. And ow. Funky hop hit Richards right in the foot, and that's how the inning ends. 2 runs do come in for the Circus. And it's 9-7 going to the bottom of the 4th. New pitcher for the Circus as we start the bottom of the fourth. Emmy Cardenas out of Winthrop will replace Wisniewski. Facing O'Connell, Faulkner, and Reagan Hickey, 4-5-6. Ball one. Cardenas, a 7.52 ERA in 22 and a third innings, 2-2 record. 35 hits, 24 runs, all earned amazingly. 13 walks and 11 strikeouts. 2-0 on O'Connell, who's getting her first at-bat of the game out of Illinois Chicago. Memory serves. She's the team leader in RBIs. Yes, indeed. 13 of 29, 448 average, 12 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 doubles, and 14 runs. Wisniewski goes 3 innings, 6 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts. O'Connell lifts that out to right, and it's tailing right into the glove of Castillo. 1 away. Which brings up Longwood's Lauren Faulkner. RBI walk and a run in the first, fly out in the third. Called strike. Grounded over to third base. Nice throw for out number 2. All right, good start, Emmy. But now you got to face hottest hitter today for the squeeze. Reagan Hickey, 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs, a grand slam in the first, single and a run for her courtesy runner in the third. I'd say this morning window has been particularly efficient. Top of the fifth over on the other field, 8-4 Mocs over the Snowbirds. Oh, 2. Got a piece. Good job by Hickey staying alive. The Circus playlist today has been very Disney heavy. You got Let It Go going right now. I just heard the theme for Hey Jesse, which that show's been off the air for years. Shout out to Disney Channel. Back to the circle, knocked down by Cardenas. She recovers and gets a 1-2-3 inning. We've played 4. It's 9-7 squeeze. Circus offense coming back up. Let's get some classic Disney Channel up in here. That's a Raven playing from the Circus dugout. And a new pitcher in the circle for the squeeze. It's Sarah Phillips in the portal out of Mississippi State, and she starts off ball one to Kinsley Peak. It's Peak, Donaldson, and Cardenas here in the fifth. Go over Reese Hickey's line in just a moment after we introduce you to Sarah Phillips. Phillips, a 4.52 ERA, 26 and a third inning, 5-1 record, 30 hits, 19 runs, 17 earned, 15 walks, 16 strikeouts. Towson's Kinsley Peak at the plate, 5 of 26 this summer. Fights off that one. 2 RBIs, a homer, a double, and 6 runs, 6 walks as well. And finally, Reese Hickey, 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. Circus out hitting the squeeze, 8-6, but the squeeze has made their hits count a little bit more, made the free passes come back to haunt Circus pitching. Slow, 2-2. It's been quite the game. Squeeze is led by 4 runs twice. Circus has continued to punch back. They've scored in every inning so far. Three-2 is hit foul. Out of play, off the awning. The next game is supposed to start at high noon. We will see. Sometimes they're able to turn the fields around rather quickly, although I do need a brief minute to upload lineups. Do all the in-between game things we need to do. Great walk drawn by Peak. That was a battle with Phillips. It was a 10-pitch at-bat. And the tying run is up again for the Circus. This time it's the Georgia Bulldog Donaldson who takes ball one. First at-bat for Donaldson today. 269 average, 7 of 26 with 2 RBIs, a double, 7 runs scored. And that'll sneak through the right side. Good job by Peak avoiding the softball. 2 on, nobody out. Just a bounder right through the 3-4 hole to bring up Emmy Cardenas, the pitcher, who's 4 for 11 this summer with a home run, an RBI, a run scored, a double in there as well. Phillips immediately facing pressure. On deck is Madison Prim. Still have not gotten clarity on whether she's found a new home. We'll talk more about her when she steps in. 1-1 on Cardenas. Popped up and foul. This is popped up. Infield fly called. Catch is made. Now Madison Prim. First at bat of the game for the young lady from Lenore Rhyme. Prem batting .519, 14 of 27, 12 RBIs, 4 doubles, and 4 runs. Peanut Gallery has decided to get even louder here. Two and two. Upstairs, full count. Prem has been a steady bat for the Circus all summer, but there's a liner to second for out number 2. Now back to the top of the order with Davis, who's 1 for 3. Pair of ground outs, a single and a run. Two and oh. Peanut Gallery has quieted. It's probably for the best. I really don't want to have to talk to people. I really don't want to, but I've done it before. Ground out, single and a run for Davis. And this is going to be a great job by Phillips, getting out of the inning. The first time a 0 has been put up for the Circus offense, and we go to the bottom of the 5th, 9-7 squeeze. Bottom of the fifth, Cardenas back in the circle, and a first pitch ball to Eliza Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2, reached on an error, and Singleton scored earlier. Second inning for Cardenas. Squeeze has been very much pushed in this game, but hasn't trailed since it was 1-0 in the first. Circus has left 9 on base. 7 runs on 9 hits, but those 9 lobs right now looming very large. Johnson powers that to left. Catch is made. By the way, an entirely new defense for the Circus. We'll go over it. Peak is in left, Donaldson in center, Davis in right. Prim at third, Knoll at short. Brooks Smith is now at second. Richards is at first, and Castillo is behind the plate. Now you've got Ava Segura, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout and a walk today. Throwing outside, 1-2. And 2-2 on Segura. Segura, big hit out to right. And a nice job tracking it down by Davis. That one just kind of had a little extra mustard on it. 2 down for Cardenas, who's come in and really settled things. And now the first at-bat of the day for Elise Crescio. She has found her new home. Not sure it's public yet, so I'm not going to say it. Portal player who played last year at Oregon. Doing what she does in the Summer League. Batting close to 500. 462 average, 12 of 26, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 13 runs, a 548 on-base percentage. Ground ball. Smith, interesting. Kind of opened up, but made the play. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Cardenas. She's given the Circus offense a shot after 5. 9-7 squeeze here on field 1. 2-3-4 for the Circus here in the 6th. Down 2. Sarah Phillips back out in the circle. Castillo, Richards, and Knoll due up. Gabby Castillo's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Fly out, ground out, and that free pass. Over on the other field there in the top of the 6th there too, it's 11-4 Mox. There's a strike, 3-1. Circus has had the tying run at the plate pretty consistently all day since like the 2nd inning. They've tied it. They had a 1-0 lead. Checked foul. Ball 4. Castillo draws the walk, 2nd straight inning with a leadoff walk for the Circus, and here comes Mia Richards. What a day for her. 2 for 3, solo homer in the 1st, strikeout in the 3rd, 2 RBI single in the 4th. Richards out to left, well struck, and she has done it again. 2-run homer, and this game is tied again. 2nd bomb of the day for Richards. Have a day, Mia Richards. 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs. And it is yet again a brand new ball game with Avery Knoll of the Liberty Flame taking strike 1. Knoll is hitting .429, 12 of 28, 6 RBIs, 4 doubles, 7 runs here this summer, .452 on base percentage. And she's going to find the grass. All the energy on the Circus side. Single for Knoll. Brings up J.C. Hamilton, who's 1 for 2. Strikeout looking, RBI double, and a line out to 3rd. First pitch to Hamilton. Ooh, almost got her on the elbow. Brooke Smith waits on deck. That is, ooh. Over the fence towards the tennis courts, 2-2. Ooh, and that hits her. On a 2-2, not what Phillips wanted to do. And this is a wickedly important moment for Brooke Smith, who's reached twice. Singled and scored in the second, walked and scored in the third, grounded out in the fourth. Oh, 2. Lined, caught, the throw to first will not be grabbed. Maybe had a better shot at second if they wanted the double play. There's one down. And now Peak, who walked earlier. That was a very impressive plate appearance. Fell down 0-2, battled back, and drew the leadoff walk in the fifth. Here she is in the sixth with 2 on. First pitch high. Circus with 11 hits in this ballgame. Circus offense, that's really, really good. And you look at the batting average ranks across the league entering today. Circus in 6th at 321, squeezing 5th. Circus 8th in ERA, squeezing 6th, so statistically pretty even. But a big difference in records. Squeeze 9-3, Circus 5-8. Circus started 0-6, but they've won 5 of their last 7. Two one from Phillips. Sent foul, 2-2. A little looper to short. They'll get the lead runner, and that's all. So a fielder's choice. Retires Knoll. So with 2 outs, here is Donaldson. Donaldson singled in the 5th inning. Back and forth we go. Top of the order will be due up for the squeeze in the 6th. Can the Circus finally, after again tying this game, go out in front? Maybe. Donaldson to center. A hold for Hamilton at 3rd. The bases are loaded, then the throw got away, but not far enough to bring in a run. A single loads them up for the pitcher Cardenas, who popped out to short in the 5th. Could it be Emmy who gets the hit for the Circus? Phillips trying to battle. Cardenas sends this way up in the air to left. Long run in, catch made, and we are off to the bottom of the 6th, tied up at 9 here on field 1. What a way to start a triple header here at Palmasola. Tied up again, top of the order. Set to face Cardenas for the first time, and a ball to Lisi St. Jean. It's St. Jean, Passari, and Massingale. Cardenas has come in, faced 6 batters, gotten 6 outs. But the squeeze has had a response every time the Circus has come back to tie it. 1-2 on St. Jean. Here's her day today. Singled and scored in the 1st, also popped out in the 1st. Reached on an error in the 3rd, so 1 for 3. That is slapped, drifting foul. It will fall. Remains a ball and 2 strikes. Over on the other field, top of the 7th, it's still 11-4 Mocs. So the Mocs look like they're going to win and move to 10-3. The squeeze trying to join them. Got her. Strikeout for Cardenas. That's her first today. 1 down. And now Passari out of Illinois, Chicago. RBI ground out her first time up. Bunts this. Ooh, it spun right to Cardenas, and she'll make the play. That looked like it was going to be perfect, and it took a dead turn right to the pitcher. Goodness. 2 away for Massengale, who's 0 for 3. A pop out, a fly out, and a ground out. Called strike. Coming up next, the Finns and the Loggerheads in what should be a spicy matchup. But when will that game start? Not at noon, I'll tell you that. Oh, 2. Way outside. 1 and 2. Ooh, over towards Taylor Pinnell. I'll give you a look at the first base camera. You see Richards over there at first. Also see the skies, nice and clear. Some clouds, but honestly, it's hot, but not unbearable right now. Not uncomfortably hot. Oh, Amy Cardenas. Go on with your bad self. Couple Ks in the inning, and she is cooking. To the 7th we go, tied at 9. Circus will have 10-1-2 due up. Well, what other twists and turns do we have here? Claire Ginder, the head coach for the Circus, heads to the third base coaching box, and she'll watch 10-1-2 face Sarah Phillips. Prim, Davis, and Castillo. The Circus led 1-0. Since then, they've been on the chase. They've tied it a few times, and now in this scenario, got the right people up. 9 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors, and 12 left on by the Circus. 9-6. 1-3 the line. Runs, hits, errors, runners left for the Squeeze. And Madison Prim, one of the best batting averages in the league, starts off with a strike. She lined out to second her first time up. Down, or I beg your pardon, 1-1. Now hitting .500 on the summer. The team leader in RBIs entering this game. Mia Richards is making a push, though. She's got 5 against the Squeeze today. And Prim's got a hit to left. Leadoff single. And there is the go-ahead run. Fourth straight inning the leadoff has reached for the Circus offense. And back to the top of the order with the overly due Britt Davis. 1 for 4 today. Ground out, single and a run, and a pop out. So she's got a hit, but it still feels like there's something bigger waiting in that bat. Phillips trying to work through this, give her offense a shot in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 4, 5, 6. Middle of the order due up in the bottom of the 7th. The question is, will they be going for the win or trying to tie it? I'll be going for the win either way, but 13 hits today, by the way, after that single by Prim for the Circus offense. Team batting average today is a crisp 406. Not too shabby. Squeeze, it's been much more of a slog. They're batting 240 as a team, and yet this game is tied. Squeeze has done a little bit more with their hits. They had a few more free passes to work with as well, and they've made the Circus pay. The left on base number is a big difference. 12 by the Circus, just 3 for the Squeeze. 2-2 from Phillips. Grounded foul. This is a very important batter for Phillips. On deck is Castillo, who's been on a couple times, and then in the hole is Richards, who has those 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. Another foul ball. Skied and playable in foul ground. Segura makes the grab. Here is Castillo. 0 for 2, fly out in the first, a ground out in the third. Since then, a pair of walks and a run. Ooh, boy, little 1-1. Ooh, almost hit her. 3-1. Did not think it got her. If it had, I would have hoped Castillo would sell that a little harder. 3-1. Full count. This will be the 316th pitch thrown in this game. And it is off O'Connell. And we're going to give that a hard shot hit by Castillo. And here we go. 2 on, 1 out for Mia Richards. She has left the building twice today and driven in 5 runs. We'll go over the full line on the new UTEP minor, Mia Richards, after this first pitch. 1-0. It was a solo homer in the first and a strikeout in the third. 2 RBI single in the fourth and a 2-run homer in the 6th. I am not sure if we have ever had a 3-homer game in FGCL history. I'd have to go check the archives. Phillips being a little cautious. You could tell she held on to that one too long. 2-0. Ooh, all the way back. 3-0. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think there's a reason for Richards to see a strike. Just put her on. You'd have a force at any bag with a walk here. There you go. Richards draws the free pass. Bases loaded again for the Circus. And now they've got Avery Knoll. 1 for 1 today, singled in the 6th. Out at any base for the squeeze. Circus trying to get their first lead since the first inning. Prim at third, Castillo at second, Richards at first. Knoll pops it up. I think it's going to land just over me. 1-1. Knoll lines it fair, right down the left field line. 2 runs will come in. Richard stops at third, and Avery Knoll has converted, and the Circus leads 11-9. Finally, the Circus get that hit and go in front 11-9 with the 2 RBI Avery Knoll double. And we're going to have a quick challenge from the squeeze. They challenged to see if it was fair or foul, and it was fair down the left field line. 11-9 Circus. Hamilton lifts that in the air to deep short. Catch made. Richards holds. Two out for Brooks Smith. Smith has had a busy day. Singled and scored in the second, walked and scored in the third, ground out and a line out since. Strike 1 from Phillips. Over on the other field, I do believe it has come to an end. Yes, the Mocs have defeated the Snowbirds. So the Mocs are now 10-3. Snowbirds dropped to 5-9. Quick check on Richards over at third. She's safe. Mm. 3-1. Ball 4, so Smith takes her base. Another check on Richards over at third. And now it's Peak who's 0 for 1. Walk in a fielder's choice today. Strike one. Circus has just been riding the wave. 15 hits today against Hickey and Phillips. This is a very good FGCL pitching staff for the Squeeze. A solid ERA. But today they've just not been able to keep the traffic off the base paths. And frankly, again, 12 left on. I mean, this game could have flipped a while ago. But it was the clutch pitching from Phillips and Hickey that got out of jam after jam after jam. 1-2 sneaks through the 5-6 hole. Knoll races around third, and uh-oh. She's out at third, and it's just the one run. It could have been much worse. It's an RBI single for Peak. But the Circus has the lead. (12-9). Go into the bottom of the 7th. Squeeze, last chance, down 3. And Emmy Cardenas will try and finish it off when we come back. Circus has battled all the way back. They've trailed by 4 twice today, but now lead by 3, 12-9. Squeeze will try and get the tying run to the plate. 4, 5, 6 due up. O'Connell, Faulkner, Reagan, Hickey against Emmy Cardenas, who has been tough to crack in 3 innings of relief. Called strike on O'Connell. Ariana's 0 for 1 with a fly out today. Out of Illinois, Chicago. Cardenas has gone 3 innings and struck out 2. That's it. And she's done it efficiently. This is going to be her 40th pitch of relief. Ooh. I think that got our umpire 2-1. Did not like how loud that was, but that's why they wear the gear. Again, if you're here thinking maybe the Finns and Loggerheads are starting early, incorrect. Probably 12:20 maybe, depending on how long this inning goes. O'Connell is jammed, and the catch is made it short. 1 down for Lauren Faulkner. The Longwood Lancer is 0 for 2. RBI walk in the first, fly out and a ground out since. First pitch foul. That got a little bit of everybody too. I'll check on Castillo. Everyone's good. The 0-1 to Faulkner. Just out, 1-1. One and two. Still working away on Faulkner. Reagan Hickey's on deck, so Squeeze would love to get Faulkner aboard, give Hickey, who's 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs today, a chance. But at this point, Taylor Pinnell just trying to get that tying run to the plate. In a game where the Squeeze led from the bottom of the first all the way through 6. Two to Faulkner. Inside, full count. Called strike 3. That time she caught the inner half. Third strikeout for Cardenas. And it's up to Hickey to extend this. Grand slam in the first. That feels like a long time ago. A single and a run in the third, a ground out in the fourth. Two and out. Hickey lifts that to right, and this could do it. Long run, and it's caught. Davis got there, and the Circus completes a wild comeback win. 12-9 over the Squeeze. And Emmy Cardenas gets a much-deserved win after 4 perfect innings of relief. She came in, settled things down, and allowed the Circus to put up the runs necessary to win it 12-9. The Circus with the win moved to 6-8 on the summer, and the Squeeze dropped to 9-4. That'll do it for game 1. I would banter a little bit, winning pitcher Cardenas, losing pitcher Phillips. However, we got to get back on schedule. Another game coming up, Finns and Loggerheads next on this field. I'll be here for that in about half an hour. Until then, Circus win it 12-9 over the Squeeze. We'll see you in 30 minutes here on Field 1.